Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm your Kennywood fanatic and I hope you all are having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I know I am. I'm starting to run out of video ideas, which is why I haven't uploaded in so long, so bear with me for a little bit. But there's going to be some more new exciting stuff coming to the channel soon, so stay posted. But I was trying to think of video ideas and I was like, wonder what video ideas I have. And I was talking to one of my friends and he gave me an idea to do my favorite thing about every Kennywood roller coaster. But you know what? I'm feeling kind of negative today, and I want to criticize something. So today, we're going to be doing my least favorite thing about every Kennywood roller coaster. Next week, we'll do my favorite thing about every Kennywood roller coaster. Okay, so if you want something more positive, tune back in next week. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go from oldest to newest. It was kind of hard for me to think about things I didn't like about Jackrabbit. It's an overall smooth experience. It has pretty good operations for a 1920s coaster, and it has good airtime on that double dip. But that's where I find my problem, is not the double dip itself, but everything around the double dip. Jackrabbit is definitely one of those one-trick pony rides, and I wish it did a little more. I understand that for a 1920s coaster, it's over 100 years old, and just having that insane, crazy airtime moment, that's like wild. I don't know how this coaster has that. But after that, it's some kind of forceless dips and drops. So I wish it did a little bit more after the double dip, but it doesn't, so it's fine. But that's my least favorite part about Jackrabbit, is the lack of intensity after that double dip. Racer is next. It's also an overall fun ride. I mean, its operations are lacking a little bit, but my problem is also the intensity. In the front row, you'll get some dull floater, but you really would feel like you would get more airtime over those hills. I understand that this is a 1927 coaster and that you're just not going to get that intensity, but I wish it had a little more bite to it. That last dip before you rise back up into the station, that has some good ejector airtime in the back rows. I wish more of the hills had more moments like that. The last of Kennywood's wooden coasters, we have Thunderbolt, which opened in 1968, which it was Pippin in 1924, and now it's Thunderbolt. But it's technically newer than Racer, so it's after Racer. My least favorite part about Thunderbolt specifically is the roughness. Yes, it has been running smoother, but it's not the most smooth, most comfortable experience, but you expect that bite from a wooden coaster. But all the dips are great. It has a good airtime moment, which I'll talk about in my next week's video, and the laterals are all great. It's really hard to find a nitpick for this ride, but it would be the roughness. Next, we have Lil Phantom. My one gripe with it is that it's a little jolty. I wish we had a new Vekoma family coaster, like a Boomerang. That would be great for kids. This is a little jolty. It's a great ride. Most Pittsburghers start off riding this coaster. It's, like I said, it's a great ride. It's just a little bit too jolty for a family coaster, in my opinion. Exterminator is a great coaster. It's greatly themed. It's themed very well. I really enjoy this coaster. My one major issue is that whenever you're in the ride building itself, the cars will like screech on the tracks, and sometimes I wind up with a headache. My other big issue with this ride is that the queue is way too hot. It smells like weed. It takes forever to get through. I wish that this ride weren't as popular as it is, because no matter what, it always has an hour wait at least. Even if it's like a random day in like September, like this ride has a long wait. So either the screechiness in the ride itself gives you a headache, or the line will give you a headache. I normally come out of Exterminator with a headache. That's the point I'm trying to drive home, is that it's headache inducing. Fun ride, but headache inducing.
He wants something, and he's willing to go to any lengths, any heights, travel at any speed, through the most terrifying twists and turns. To get it, the Phantom's Revenge is now open. So there's no turning back. Revenge will be mine.
Next, we have Phantom's Revenge. I love this ride. This is my number 3 overall coaster. It's such a good ride. The airtime hits, every hill, drop, turn. It's filled with great forces. The pullout at the bottom of this drop has some really strong positives into the turn, which has great laterals. This is such a masterpiece of a ride. So how can I possibly pick something that I don't like about this ride? Well, this ride does have one thing that I really don't like, and that's the long lift hill. I wish this lift hill was a lot shorter so we could get to this ride faster. And not shorter in height, but like I wish the chain went faster. Such a good ride. Our second to last coaster of the day is Skyrocket. And if you've been watching this channel, specifically my most recent video, which is Skyrocket's review, I'll leave a link in the description down below to it. You'll know already right off the bat what my least favorite part about Skyrocket is. It is that lackluster second half of the ride. The first half hits like a truck. It's elite. This coaster could honestly be a top 20 ride for me if it weren't for that second half. After the corkscrew, this ride just dies. The S-bends do nothing for me. The bunny hills are forceless. They wanted to actually put in the turnpike back underneath of this coaster, but couldn't after they realized they were going to run into some clearance issues. So that's why it's not like lower to the ground, which really the second half should be really close to the ground, dodging and weaving through it. But it's not, and so it's my least favorite part about Skyrocket. The last coaster of the day is Steel Curtain. Steel Curtain is a great ride. It's large elements. They're interesting. They're unique. The Drachenfire dive drop is one of the best elements I've ever experienced. The banana roll has been pretty whippy. At least last year it was pretty whippy. The sea serpent roll has some really good forces. And then that camelback has some really good airtime. Probably the best sustained airtime in the park. This ride just has a lot going for it. But there's one thing that detracts from it, and if you know me, you know that I'm very sensitive to any sort of rattles, and Steel Curtain is definitely a victim of a rattle. It's not as noticeable in odd rows, but in even rows, it's definitely there, and it's definitely shaking you. In row 1, it's not noticeable. Row 1's my favorite row, I think. It's either 1, 5, or 9. Those are the 3 best rows on the ride. And while the rattle, no, it's not horrible, it's still there. It's still noticeable, at least for me. And it's what holds Steel Curtain back a little bit. That's what makes Steel Curtain not as good for as Pantheon, in my opinion. I think this could be if it were a smoother attraction. I just think it's a shame that it's not a smoother ride. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please drop me a like. And if you like some of my other content too, feel free to subscribe. It only helps me out. It's no cost to you. I know that's kind of a cliche thing to say, but it does help me out. Please, like I said, let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section below. Did you agree with my opinions? Did you not? I'd like to hear your favorite and least favorite thing about every Kennywood roller coaster in the comment section below. As always, whenever the train comes to a complete and final stop, push down then pull up on your lap bar. Exit safely to your right and have a great rest of your day here at Kennywood Park.